If you have the brand new M4 Mac Mini, you need to watch this video. Welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be a very important video if you have an M4 Mac Mini. I'm going to go ahead and I need your help to help me solve something here. I need to know, is there an actual issue with the M4 Mac Mini? And we're going to get into that in a second. Or is there an issue with accessories that sit around the M4 Mac Mini? I'm going to need your help to determine this, but I have some data. In any case, you really need to watch this video in a nutshell because this is something you probably don't know about. And at the end of the day, you may be losing up to 50% or more of your Wi-Fi speed and you don't even know it. Now, before I get too far into the video, I'm not saying this is a huge widespread issue, but it most likely is. I'm only one person, I can only test one thing, and I have a bunch of things I'm testing next to the Mac Mini over there. But what I want to do is break down exactly what I tested in my environment, in my office, and show you my results, and they're pretty actual shocking. There's either going to be an issue with the Mac Mini or all these accessories or both. We just don't know at this point. But I think I have the data actually to have you guys start helping me figure this out. So I'm going to be asking help on everyone else once you go through the whole video here. Watch the whole video. Then you're going to go ahead and try some other things at your houses, post in the comments, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. Okay, we're going to start off with a company called QuizLab, and they actually sent me a hub for the M4 Mac Mini. Now, I'm going to go through that first, but that's not what this whole video is about. So if you're not thinking about buying this, don't worry about it. This is more of a widespread issue, I think. But in any case, QuizLab, they actually sent me out, here's the box right here. They sent me out this M4 Mac Mini hub. You've probably seen this before. And the beauty of this thing is it's got a whole bunch of ports on the front, including SD card reader slots. And on the bottom of it, it's got a place for an M.2 drive, NVMe drive on the bottom of it. And, you know, I was super excited. I'm like, I definitely want to do a video on this. I think a lot of people will actually want to pick one of these up, send them over to me. And that's where we started this whole venture. All right, so the company actually said they're shipping me out the unit, and I was waiting for it. And then they followed up saying, hey, wait a second, we're going to ship you a second device like this. The first one something happened to it in shipping, and we don't trust it. So if you get it, don't use it. Only use the second version of it. And that's actually what I did. So I kind of waited a while, and I was waiting for the second one to ship in. And in the meantime, I went out and looked at some videos on this, right? I wanted to get some more information about it so I could create my video. And during that kind of investigation, I saw that a lot of people were kind of, it's talking about how if you basically put your Mac Mini on top of this actual hub here, they start losing Wi-Fi speed. And that kind of made me, kind of piqued my interest for sure, because I'm going to be doing a review on it, right? So I started, I figured that'll be maybe the first test I do. Now, I want to say a couple things here about QuizLab. Now, I've worked with them in the past. I've recommended a lot of their products. A lot of their products have been phenomenal, so I don't want to say anything about them. This could actually be a problem more with the Mac than the actual device, or both, and that's what we're going to get to the bottom of. So what basically happened is, I wanted to give them a fair test, but that thing was in the back of my head about the Wi-Fi. So what I did is I went ahead and I just tested the Mac by itself over there for my current Wi-Fi speed a number of times. And what did I get? I got around 315 down and 21 up on the, my Wi-Fi speeds. I tested it. It was averaging somewhere around there. And that's with nothing, no hub connected, nothing even around there. I just wanted to see what my kind of baseline, speed was on my Wi-Fi. All right, next I inserted an SSD into the bottom of this. I made sure that was in there, screwed everything together, and then I went ahead and connected it. And again, this was the version that they gave me, the second version, the version they said that you should test, not the first version that they said do not test. So I went ahead and I connected it to the Mac Mini. I fired it up. I saw that the drive is connected, and the drive was working fine. I got speeds on the drive like in the 900s up and down, 900 megabytes per second. So the actual drive would have been a great drive for sure. But I ran into an issue. As soon as I did that, this was within a couple seconds. Actually, I did this test before I did that test. I ran the Wi-Fi test really quickly just to see, what the difference was between that and the baseline. And I was kind of shocked. What it actually went down to, it went all the way down to 144 down and 21 up. So 21 up was still the same, but it went from 315 down to 144. So I dropped over 50% of my Wi-Fi speed when I had this connected with the SSD in it and my Mac sitting on top. So this piqued my interest, right? So what I did is I actually took a different cable and I connected this thing and I moved the actual hub. So I connected this to my Mac Mini, but I moved it about 10 inches away from the actual Mac Mini. So my Mac Mini wasn't sitting right on top of it. And then I ran a test again. All right, this time what did I get? I actually got faster speeds. Instead of the 144, I ended up getting 279 megabytes per second. And then basically instead of, that's basically instead of the 315 also. So the 315 was the base. This still went down to 279, but it wasn't nearly as slow as the 144 that I had when I put the actual Mac sitting right on top of it. And again, this is not the speed of the disk drive. This is the Wi-Fi speed. Something's affecting the Wi-Fi speed. When I reach out to my Wi-Fi router, it's getting slower the closer this is to the actual Mac Mini. Now, I know your Wi-Fi can go up and down during testing, so I did this test repeatedly, and I got very, very similar test results. It would always go down by about half. Now, I actually was just kind of curious. I went back to the first version that QuizLab sent me, because maybe I thought maybe I got them mixed up, right? Maybe they sent me, maybe the things came in the mail at different times, and I just tested the wrong one. What I noticed on the second one they sent me, it actually had an entire like a gold inside of it. And on the other one, the one that they said not to use, it had a white insert, like a little white. See how it's white in there? You can see in there. But the other one had kind of a gold film over it. So I'm thinking they were trying to shield it. So obviously, but the problem is I was testing the right one. So I ended up testing the one they said not to test, and it was even considerably worse than the 144 megabit per second on my Wi-Fi. It went down to well under 100 when I tested that unit. So it got worse. So I tested the right unit, and the best I could get really with the Mac sitting on top of it was 144 when my normal Wi-Fi speed was 315, 320 normally on the downloads. All right, so basically this video is all going to be about this hub when I first got the hub, but I'm kind of just shying away from that. I mean, obviously there's going to be some issues with this. I'm going to let QuizLab kind of clear that up. If they send me one that actually fixes the issue in the future, I'll make a whole video on that. But right now we're not going to dwell on that. They've done other stuff that's been very good, but it really piqued my interest because, like I said, this product they're having some trouble with, right? I mean, this thing was really cool just in general because you can put your finger under it. There's a place for the power button on the back. You could slide it under there. I mean, the whole thing, this thing was designed very well. But the one thing that's kind of, I thought about, well, maybe it's not just QuizLab. Maybe it's, maybe it's just accessories in general. Maybe there's some kind of a signal. Maybe it's the Mac's shielding. Maybe the Mac's not shielding stuff correctly. So let me go ahead and test some other products. I mean, we don't just want to put the blame on this, right? Let's put the blame on a whole bunch of other products and we'll see if we get the same results. All right, so I pulled out my Thunderbolt 4 enclosures. You know my channel, I do a whole bunch of reviews on these things, and I have a whole bunch of these. So I have 3 I'm going to be testing today. So I wanted to see if these things actually have the same problem, because it looked like it was the SSD that was the issue with the enclosure, and obviously when it was plugged in, and obviously this has an SSD in it as well. Is this going to cause the same issue? So I started with the Satechi one, and I'll show you some close-ups of this one, but I started with this one, and I've done a review, but I'm not going to get into the model number. I just want to show you that this is a completely different company, and it's obviously going to be a completely different piece of equipment than what I tested over there. So I went ahead and let me just see here. So for the Satechi, I went ahead and I did my baseline again without having this anywhere close to the M4 Mac Mini, and I got 324 download speed and 21 megabit per second on the upload speed. So that's really what I've been getting, without anything connected to it. Next, what I did is then I connected the enclosure and I put it kind of right next to it. I'll show you some pictures of this. I actually I put an SSD drive in here. I put it right next to the Mac Mini and I ran a test again. To my I was like, the speed dropped now. So it went down pretty quickly, and I did it within seconds of testing both of these. It went down to 270.8. And then the upload was still about the same at 21.1, but the 270, so I lost about 54 megabytes per second by having this just right next to it, not underneath it, but just next to it, like anyone else would put, your SSD enclosure next to a Mac Mini. And then I looked at the QuizLab over there, and I noticed that the Mac Mini was sitting on top of it. So what I did is I actually put the Mac Mini on top of the Satechi here, just put it right on top of it, and I'll show you a picture of that as well. So when I did that, actually, I was pretty shocked because the speeds actually dropped now down to 220 on the downloads and 19.1 for the upload speed right there. So that's going to be less than basically 100 megabits per second less on my Wi-Fi speed than if this thing was not sitting underneath it, which really shocked me. And then basically, let me just see here, and then I moved it away. I'll show you a picture. If I have a picture in here, I think I do. I moved it away about 10 inches, and I moved it further, but I left it connected. And what happened, I got 285.9 on the downloads and 21 on the uploads. So it looks like distance obviously matters, and it's the signal affecting, obviously, the Mac Mini. All right, the next one I tested was another one by ZEE. This is a Thunderbolt 4 enclosure by ZEE. It's really high quality. It's actually got a kind of a plastic shell around it. I figured that might help with shielding. So I went in and did my baseline test, and I got 316.4 and 21.1. So that's very, very consistent across the board of what I've been getting a lot. So then I put the enclosure right next to it again, and it dropped. Let me just see here. I put the enclosure right next to the Mac Mini, and it dropped to 227.4. and 21 on the upload. So you can see there. So that was a huge drop just by putting it, just basically, right next to it on basically the left side of the Mac Mini. It dropped that much. And then I put it underneath it, and what did I get? I got 226.7 on the downloads and 18.4 on the upload speed. You can see that's a major, major drop. Whenever you put it underneath it, that's really a no-no with any of these enclosures or anything that's running an SSD drive. And next, I kind of mixed it up. Instead of putting it under the Mac Mini, I actually put it on top of the Mac Mini. And what did I get? Well, it was a little bit faster than putting it on the bottom, but I still got a slower speed at 260.2 on the downloads and 20.9 on the uploads. So still, quite a bit slower than the baseline. And it just, obviously, we're getting to some kind of a point here. All right, so finally I wanted to test one last thing just to make sure I'm absolutely doing this correctly. So this is a GRAW gear. This is another Thunderbolt 4 enclosure. I did a whole video on this. Really, really quick. It gets up to like 3,100 megabytes per second. But again, that's not what I'm talking about here. This is just the disk speed. I'm talking about my Wi-Fi speed, which this is affecting. So what I did is I actually went ahead and I ran basically the baseline. The baseline came out as 326.5 and 20.9 on my download and upload speeds there. So that's with nothing attached to my Mac Mini, just to run, because obviously your Wi-Fi goes up and down every once in a while. So I just want to do these really quickly within a couple seconds. So I went ahead and ran that test. Then I basically put it right next to it again. It dropped instantly to 263.3 on the downloads, and the uploads actually went down to about 15.8. So that affected it a little bit more than all the other tests there for whatever it's worth. Then I put the enclosure about 10 inches away, like I had done before, and I got 308.1 and 21.3. So obviously that was a lot closer to those 320s because it's 10 inches away, but it still was pretty far away from, it's still affecting it, even at that distance, which surprised me. And then finally I moved it to the bottom and I got 223 and 21.2. So once again, the worst it possibly can be if it's anywhere near the bottom of the Mac Mini. And that's obviously why the Quiz Lab is having such a hard time, because as you can see, your Mac Mini sits on top, and I'll show you some close-ups, but that SSD drive is sitting right below it. Even though there's a little bit of space or air here, it's still right below it, and it's affecting it. I mean, again, this was only going up to like 177 when I had it on here as far as my Wi-Fi speed, so it was considerably lower on this also. So this was affecting it quite a bit. Maybe it has to do with the metal as well, but overall, and I'll get into it, it had to do with the connection and the SSD, which I can kind of prove, kind of can't, but we'll get into that here in a second. Okay, so now something hit me. I was thinking about this for a second, and I was looking at my test setup over here. If you look at my test setup, I have the Mac Mini sitting on a rack here, but it's also got like holes in it. It's a rack. It's not actually a table. So I was thinking maybe like the interference is coming, going underneath that rack, coming back up and hitting underneath the Mac Mini, where maybe that's where its Wi-Fi signals are. So maybe that's not a great test, right? Since I have everything kind of open air below it. Even when it's on the side, obviously, it can wrap around. Well, I wanted to go ahead and test it. So what I did is I went ahead and I put a board there, and I'll show you some pictures of the board sitting there. And I wanted to test it basically this way, as if it was sitting just on a normal wood desk or something, to see if it really made any difference. So first I did my baseline with nothing next to it, just the Mac Mini on the board. I got 314.9 and 21.3 on the upload and download speed. Then I put the enclosure next to it, basically touching it. And now I got a little bit better. I got 294 and then 21.7. So it didn't seem like it was affected as much if I had it next to it. It was still being affected by 30, sometimes 40, up to around 40 megabytes per second on the download speed, but maybe not as much as not having that board there. That was one thing I noticed. Next, I put the enclosure underneath it, all right? And that was the thing. I'm like, maybe obviously this shouldn't make any difference because the board's underneath all of them. And it didn't really, but actually things got worse. So when I did it that way, it was 171 on the downloads, I think the worst ever, and then 20.9 on the upload speed. So that was really weird to me. And maybe it's bouncing up and down off the board, or the board's preventing any signals. I have no idea what's going on there, but that was probably the worst with the board underneath it. And then finally I was thinking, maybe, is it just the SSD with the power, or is it the metal? So I ended up unplugging the actual SSD enclosure and just left it underneath there, and I ran another test on it. And I got something considerably better, but still not as good. So I ended up getting 281 on the downloads, and I got 20.8 on the upload speed. So that was with that SSD enclosure underneath my Mac Mini, sitting there with the SSD in there, but with everything unplugged, so like no power going into it. But it was still, because the SSD enclosure was all metal and down there near the Wi-Fi signal, I guess, it was still affecting it by 30, 40, 50 megabits per second on the download speed. Okay, so this is where I need everyone's help. So what I did notice is, now QuizLab, obviously with that hub, they're going to have a little bit of issue. And they look like they try to shield it by painting the inside with maybe a Faraday cage or something. I have no idea. Maybe that's how it was work. But long story short, it improved it considerably, but it only improved it to like, so I could get like half of my normal Wi-Fi signal. When I put the other enclosures next to it, I'm losing sometimes huge amounts depending on where it is, sometimes smaller amounts of Wi-Fi, but I'm losing it for sure. And that's all the stuff I figured out in this video. So I need everyone's help. Is this just number one SSD drives, or can it be other accessories? I mean, is it going to be a whole bunch of other things? I mean, if you put it on a metal, let's just say you put it on a metal stand of some sort, is that going to affect it by a little bit, your Wi-Fi signal? Or if you put it on a glass table maybe, or if you put it anywhere else, or if you have any other accessories next to it, maybe keyboards that are Bluetooth, I have no idea. All I tested was these SSDs, and they seem to affect the Wi-Fi quite a bit. So my question goes out to everybody. Is this really the problem? Since all the ones I've tested so far with the SSDs, they've all had problems, all of them across the board instantly. And is this a problem with them, or is this a problem with the M4 Mac Mini? Is this another kind of Bengate, right? Is this another issue that's going to be big enough when people discover what it is, where Apple's going to have to maybe somehow try to shield it better? We don't know at this point. But I wanted to get the news out there because, if you have a whole bunch of stuff sitting on your desk, or you have an external SSD drive and you have it sitting either on top or below, especially below, or on the side of your Mac Mini, you are probably losing Wi-Fi speed. Now, again, I can only say what I'm saying because it's my test. That's why I want comments post your comments. Everyone give it a shot. Tell me what you're testing. Test all different things. Put some comments in the comments, and we're going to go ahead and read those, and we'll learn. And maybe I'll make another video on this. But it's important that we all learn together. I'm not calling Apple out. I'm not calling these other manufacturers out. I'm just telling you what happened. And for my testing, I'm pretty confident. I've tested multiple times. I wasn't just testing once. That this is the case that's happening. And I just don't know why. Obviously, it's affecting it with some kind of signal, and we have to get to the bottom of it. So at the end of the day, I mean, whether it's a mouse even, or who knows, it could be almost anything affecting it. It could also be the substrate of the table. We just, let's just keep moving here. And I'm going to do some other tests. Maybe we'll do another video on this. But at the end of the day, this is all I know right now. And we'll wrap up the video because it's gone on long enough. But I think this is really important, because a lot of people are getting, sometimes it's only 50 or 60 megabytes per second. You may not even notice that. But in other cases, it's like under half, you're getting less than half of your signal. That's massive. And a lot of people, just normal users, won't even catch that because they only test periodically, and sometimes it may not be connected or whatever. And they may not even notice. So I just thought this was an important video to make. And once I make a little bit more information on this, we'll talk to you in the next one once we have a little more data. Peace.